Hey guys, it's Sunday evening, March 1st. I just wanted to be able to try to come on and do at least some real quick kind of energy expectation for the week from today, the 1st through Saturday, the 7th. I'm feeling better today than I was yesterday. However, it's not 100% yet, so thank you for being patient with me trying to pull this together. I have a feeling that the upcoming eclipse on Tuesday may be part of the I can be kind of sensitive leading into full moons, that last phase of the moon leading into a full moon. It's not uncommon for that to cause me to have like a really hard time sleeping really well or staying asleep, which happened all week last week. It's an extended period. Usually it's like 3 days. Every single day last week, waking up way earlier than and not being able to fall asleep, and then the pressure sensation, kind of thinking that it's like, full moon steroids, super duper. So I hope you're all feeling okay and doing well. The only things that really did and I think that was what I was getting at, sorry. I think that the pressure from that is clouding me from getting into a really good read on how the energy feels for the whole week. Last week I said something about feeling like the impression that we were likely to see what's happening right now with, it turns out to be both of the I countries. I had said it didn't feel like it would be necessarily like as bad as some might anticipate or expect. Oh, now my ear's ringing. And I wanted to kind of clarify what I primarily meant by that I did not mention and I should have, is the big mushroom kaboom boom. I'm not worried about that. Thus far, I get no sense that will end up being something to truly be fearful of coming to fruition. I wanted to be sure that I mentioned, from a sensitivity standpoint, that is not to say that all of this is utter nonsense and tragic and terrible, that we have to worry about the loss of anyone through this, because we shouldn't even be doing it. So I wanted to clarify that. The only things that did kind of come through when I was meditating this evening to try to get out to you guys, I had gotten some flash images of what looked like a military plane to me. And the sensing around something, I'm concerned that something would go wrong, and it seems like it had the sense of like a maneuver not going the way the pilot was intending, a malfunction of some sort, a maneuver between one plane and another. Something along those lines, like something happening that is not what's expected. And with people who are utilizing the machinery, who are very well versed in it and know what they're doing, and professional in that manner, they're trained properly, they're doing the right things, but something goes wrong outside of their control. I want to say something like that, and it has the sense of some unfortunate tragedy coming out of that. I did not get an immediate sense of that definitely is this week, but leaning into the energy upcoming, it felt that's how that came in. In addition to that, trying to sense what the energy is going to be for the week it kind of kept coming up like in two ways. One, very fast moving, almost like, because I know I personally kind of felt like, how the heck did we already get to the end of February? Because things moved so quickly that it seemed like there was no way. My husband and I were talking about something that happened like 10 days ago, and I was like, that feels like that had to have been an eternity ago, because there's so much that's been going on. So there's something that feels very fast moving. And I know I've mentioned a few times that April feels like big, but there was something that came through where it was like March is April and April is April plus. Is the way I want to say it. So I feel like the energy that we're experiencing right now we're going to need to continue to center and ground. We're going to continue to need to regulate our nervous systems. We're going to continue to need to find resilience, because it feels like pressing on the gas pedal and not letting up yet, and not letting up for a bit until we reach and hit some shifts. I also want to mention, I do feel like somewhere in the second half of April is where that begins to relax a little bit. And that came up for me because I know April 23rd, I heard something from astrology that there's something different that day or something good that day. And that date stuck with me because it's my nephew's birthday. So, but there's something in addition to that, even though that one day was mentioned, it feels like the second half of April is primarily where the energy that we're currently in and going to continue moving through starts to shift, change, lift. It feels a little bit on the back half of April is how I want to say it. So, okay. Thank you for your patience. I hope you're all doing well. I'll be back around if there's anything else that comes up, and as the week goes on, and we'll talk soon. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks.